Good morning everyone, another day, another vlog, and we're going to be updating you guys with what's happening with the Porsche GT2 RS because Hazard Boy closed and we had to pull the car out, which means we didn't get to finish all the mechanical work and we had to get the car, dump it in the garage, and then today we're going to actually move it to full setup motorsport racing and we're going to do a full roll cage finally, but we do need to sort out the mechanical things. But we are going to strip the car eventually this year and convert it to a proper race car. But for now, it's updating you guys with what's happening with that. And we have another accident car. The infamous Sandwich Z is with us for a wide body project Street Hunter skit, and we're actually repairing the car. The damages from the video that you guys saw online that went viral, it's actually not as bad as it looks, but when we removed the bumpers, we had some crumple in the frame and we actually have to pull the body just to straighten it. So we're gonna update you guys with those two projects, and I'm actually gonna pick up Archangel because I have some new carbon ceramic brakes for it. So excited to see that and test it out. Alright guys, back to the grind, updating you guys with what's happening with my Porsche GT2 RS. Such a sad car, sad story, but today's about revival, rebirth, and that's what we're going to do with this vlog. We're going to show you guys the rebirth of everything. Just like RWB's slogan, it is the second coming. And here is the car underneath the covers. Alright guys, we're going to update you guys with what's happening with the GT2 RS. Sadly, nothing. It's still in its sorry state condition and it's so filthy. It's unbelievable that no work has been done to the car. Actually, there was some work, some work was done to the car, but not a lot of work. And today we're actually going to load it on the tow truck so that we can get it to Raleigh, so that we can do a proper roll cage, because it's going to be a lot of work to get this car back to spec. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is my 991.2 GT2 RS and I crashed it in Batangas Racing Circuit because I was doing a time attack and I didn't let the rear tires warm up properly. So I hit the wall at around 100 plus 20 kilometers, I think, and basically screwed up the whole driver's side. And I really messed up my shoulder in the process. But today, we're going to talk about the damages that you don't see on this side, because this is actually the clean side. But weirdly enough, I'm missing my fuel cap. So we are going to go through the other side of the car so you guys can see what's up. If you guys have been following my farm vlog for a while, you know that I assembled this car in the farm. We installed the Horsteiner aerodynamic kit, the 10/16 carbon kit, the 10/16 grills, and then the louvers. I have some beautiful Dimag carbon wheels here on this side, and then on the other side we have the stock Y-Sack wheels. So I ended up cracking two of the Y-Sack wheels. Again, this is the fixed side, and then the damaged side is actually the rear all the way till the driver's side. And as you can see, my rear glass is completely shattered. This was the zone for the major impact. We had to change the CSF cooler again. What happened was the whole rear backed up into the wall. So right now, what we don't see is the engine actually moved because we damaged the exhaust. I damaged the turbos. The exhaust pushed the turbos in. The engine also moved, and we shattered the engine cradle. This over here, that's what actually moved. This is the cradle, or the front cradle for the engine, and that moved an inch to the right because they couldn't bolt up everything, and they were having difficulty aligning everything. And I could see, like, even here we're missing screws for the engine support. So a little backstory on this car. I've actually crashed the passenger side of this car already, and that was completely a mistake where I was drifting the car, overcorrected, ended up in the wall, also in Batangas Racing Circuit. And then the reason one was the time attack, where I was actually just pushing too soon, too early without warming up the rear tires, and I eventually crashed the car and destroyed this side of the car. Because this car is an absolute monster, I decided that I actually want to convert it to a proper race car. Make sure that I'm safe, because I do want to push this car now that I've crashed this car twice. Obviously the value has plummeted. So in that sense, we're going to completely modify the body and completely redo everything. There's cracks everywhere in the wrap. It's a sad state for the car, but I promise you guys, this will be reborn. And part of racing, part of pushing for time is really up things if you're not careful or if you're not computed. So over here on the driver's side, not much damage physically, but we did crack the chin. The front wheel was shattered. We had ordered new mags for this also, and all the way till the rear intake is gone and the rear fender. Good thing we didn't crack the rest of the window, but we will load this car later. If you guys don't know, Full Setup Motorsports is who helps me develop the cars to actual full race cars. They do full roll cages, they do seam welding, they do rally prep, race prep. Raleigh and the team have been doing this for decades and decades, and Porsches are one of their favorite cars to work with because Raleigh used to work with the Porsche Asia Cup. Raleigh and I used to be partners in my first shop, Carporn Racing, but we went our separate ways because he was busy traveling the world being a race mechanic. But now he has his own shop, so we're gonna send this car, cut the whole interior, and actually put a full roll cage in it. When we visited GMG, we got some specs on the 9912 Cup car roll cage, which we're gonna print out so that we have a basis for the cage for this car. Bam! Dirty. Oh my god, I feel so bad for this car, but we're gonna tear into it and do a proper race car build. This is actually not my seat, and this is a titanium cage which we could build up on or just go full Monty. I'm gonna ask Raleigh what he thinks, but we're gonna basically strip out all this, take out the airbags, and go full Monty. Remove all the carpeting also. All right, commercial break. What up? Good morning, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, how are you?
Doing good.
How are you guys? I'm gonna pick up the RWB, do a road test. A lot of you guys have been asking what is happening to the 964 Targa RWB that we built, and it's still here. We are doing some finishing touches. The car looks so pretty. We're doing the brakes because we have some error on the ABS system, so that's what's being checked right now. That's the ABS pump over here, charging the battery as well. But today we're gonna test out Archangel. Archangel has received some brand new carbon ceramic brakes. And look at that, it's so full. So we actually had to rebarrel the wheels, and now the fitment's a little loose, so we have a chance to re-offset the wheels so that we can get better fitment. But the rear actually is super flush, and we gotta fix that also. But today we're going to bed in these brakes and test it out and see if the rear tires are still rubbing, so we can shave these later. Excited to bring this car home. Cold start. Okay, let's get out of here. So I think the carbon ceramic brakes on this car was completely unnecessary, but it looks great. Never seen a 993 with carbon ceramic brakes, so we pulled the trigger. We're going to do a quick road test with the 993 Turbo so that we can see if the rear tires are still rubbing, but the fitment has gotten screwed up, so later on I think I might need to order some wheels for this just to fix everything. And I'm going to take you guys to the car shop so that we can show you the sandwiched 400Z and show you guys the damages and the repairs that we're doing for it. We're here in Carport now, and Norman's banging out the Z. Morning! Here is the infamous Nissan Z. If you guys haven't seen that video, it basically got sandwiched between a BRZ and a GTR. The GTR, in my opinion, probably was not looking and smashed into the back. So what you guys didn't see in the damages is this section here, and Norman's actually painted it already. This whole section crumpled, and we'll go under the car so you guys can appreciate the work that Norman is doing. So we had to make this contraption here, which basically is a block and tackle and a brace. We braced it on the chassis so that we can pull out the metal sections. Now, the major damage on this car was here on the driver's side fender. This whole section crumpled in, the taillights broke also. So underneath the car, what's nice is the subframe, which is this one, didn't move. But this section here where Norman's painted it all black already, that's crumpled. If you can see there, it's all crumpled, along with this section right here. That crumpled also because the impact was pretty strong, because I don't think the guy was braking. It sounded like he was accelerating still on the video. So the owner of this car is pretty lucky because I have the Street Hunters kit for this car, along with new wheels and new suspension and new Go Fast goodies. And we're going to do a live build with this car and bring it to the cafe. So what we're doing here is we're actually pre-fitting the car because we don't know how the fenders are or how the body panels are. So we're pre-fitting it now just to make sure that when we get to the cafe, everything just bolts on and we can sort of paint the kit so that we don't have to wrap it because he wants it painted. In the front, we did this really cool trick. We put hot water on the bumper and then we push everything out. We got the shape to generally line up, but the grills are all broken. So the grills need to be replaced. The bumper is going to be repainted also. In the front structure, we just had to do minor cosmetic things. Nothing major in the front damage. This is the Street Hunters wide fender kit, and that's looking really good. I'm happy that Mark decided to get this kit because I think it's one of the best looking Z kits out there. So Kevin's checking if my rear tires are gonna shave the fender or not. Here's the broken taillight. There's a film on it, so it didn't shatter completely, but the body, some damage here and here. We got our boys M-Track to deliver us a new battery for the Manta. Kevin's now repairing the front chin, and then we can get on our way. Excited for this. I'm gonna contact Alfredo. The memory of the grill damage there also. Today is not all about sad stories. Now the Z, no matter how new it is and how much damage it has, we can actually change it and make it a better looking car. Just as well for the GT2 RS, we're gonna transform this car. Cholo is gonna cover the build process for it, from the roll caging down to the Porsche R19 body kit that we have coming from it. Thanks to VAD for that. And then we're also going to do some lightening processes for the car so that we can get it up to spec. We're going to downsize the wheels as well so that we can get some slick tires on it, because even if the Cup R tires are super grippy, I don't think they will fit the job for what I'm planning to do. I want to bring the time attack record for Clark Speedway really down, and to do that we need proper tires and a proper car. So hopefully throughout the year we can get to run this car. I don't know how long the build process is going to take, but it's going to be a journey for sure, which we're gonna bring you guys along with us. Problem with this transmitter, when the battery conks out, the alarm is in question. And then it means the immobilizer doesn't work. Problem with these old cars. All right, we're out of here. Thank you. Getting some few photos here in the gas station. Got some gas for the car. Now we get to do a small rip, so the rear tires are nice and neat, not scraping on anything. The front tire offset, needs to be sorted out. The car does feel faster. The carbon ceramics are lighter, allows us for less unsprung weight, and I think I need to change the front tires to 265. The feeling of the brake pedal actually, I feel like it improved the sensitivity of the brakes. So I think the kit is a custom kit. The rotors are aftermarket, but the calipers are from a 997. So I'm happy everything fit. The nice thing with Porsche, everything is swappable. And small rip again. Yeah. I actually wonder if we are the first 993 to receive carbon ceramic brakes. Normally everyone wants to go with Steelies, and I just love how carbon ceramics look on the car. But it's been such a long process for us to convert this car. We ended up doing the installation, removing it because the wheel offset was so terrible. We ordered new barrels, Kyle refitted the wheels again, and now I need to change the front tire to, I think, back to the 265 so that we can get the fitment and offset to work out again. So the front tire for me looks a little stretched. Whew. Okay, just carried the new M-Track battery, and Manta, finally we got the battery, we got the upgrade and the air suspension module, we got the arms, we got the upper arms sorted out, and it's about to go down so we can do a test pressure check, and then hopefully we can bring this out on the road also. And now we have to load this car, which is gonna be a problem. I hope the front lift works. The car is super low. So I found out from my driver, he said the car starts, and I'm hoping that everything's okay. Wow, he really stuffed it into this corner. Holy wow. Okay, it's been ages since we've been inside this car. Still starts. Got a new exhaust on it also. I don't know why this center console is out, but we're gonna see if the lift still works. Okay, at least we're moving on our own power. All the error lights. So sadly, everything has turned on. The warning cluster shows us that the radiator fan's not working. The coolant needs to be topped up. I'm sure the oil needs to be topped up also. We're gonna tell Brawley all these things, but sending the car over, I might remove some of the stuff here on the seat that he doesn't need. You're gonna see the journey and transformation of this car from a road car, ex-road car, to a full-blown race car. It's gonna be an interesting journey. It's gonna be expensive, 100%. We're gonna change so many components on this car just to make it a proper a proper track car. Okay, the ever reliable camel toe. This is my new race exhaust by Klein, and it's a bigger pipe system. And I should have gone with a center exit because the next body kit is going to be a center exit. A lot of things need to be done with this car. Tomorrow we will pick up RWB Noah because definitely I'm excited to drive this car. RWB Noah has been in the works since Carporn closed, and finally the car is ready. Need to shake it down, test drive it, and get Chino to check the tune, but that's a super fun car also. It sounds amazing. Thank you to the ever reliable Camel Toe for moving my shit. And now I'm gonna go back out on the road and drive. I think the vlog's kind of short, so I want to talk to you guys about the GT2 transformation. The kit I ended up getting is actually a Porsche factory race kit. It's called the R19, which is the GT3 race kit of the 991.2 era. So if you guys remember, we built the VAD 991.2 GT2 RS into a what they call an R16. The R16 was for the 991.1. Back then, they didn't have the 991.2 kit on sale yet. And when I built the VAD 991.1 for RV, I was like, I'm really jealous. I love this car. It's super wide, and I wanted to build one for my own. And we were lucky enough to be offered a 991.2 kit, which is called the R19, and that's what we ended up ordering from the UK. And this is a factory kit. It's not a copy, so it's gonna be interesting. It's not meant for a road car, but we are gonna make it work as usual, and excited for this full-on journey and transformation of this car. And hopefully the plan is to set some really fast lap times at Clark Speedway. One of the major goals for the GT2 RS is to get rid of about 1,000 pounds of weight, and that's no small feat because 1,000 pounds of weight is technically like almost a Miata. And the whole idea is to strip as many things as possible from the car, use factory GT2 RS Club Sport parts, and convert the car into a half cup car / road car. But technically it'll be my race car from now on, because we're going to make the roll cage extremely similar to the cup car that we saw in GMG. And because of that, it's going to be actually very difficult to pop in and out of this car, which means I need to finalize shopping list for this car. It's going to have a fire suppression system, proper seat. I do have the seat same to the M4 and the 997, so we're going to mount that also. I have to give the seat back because that seat belongs to Richard, so I'm going to send my team to go and strip the car and get the stuff out so that we can start the journey on this transformation. But on that note, I'll see you guys again in the next video.